Thank you, Lori G. And then I also give honor and to our other sponsorship, and that would be WMPJ Steelworks, as well as APS Muscle Cars. APS Muscle Cars just went through an expansion, and there's a new storage facility of any type of vehicle you have. So you got something that you want to store too many of your toys at the house, so you need a place to place them, you want to contact Mr. Phillips at APS Muscle Cars, CARS.com. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, on the Poetry Justice Show, Saturday night, February 1st. Black History Month, everybody.
Black History Month.
Black History Month. It's Black History every day with me.
That's what I'm just
Every day with me. Yeah, gotta be.
Look who I have in the studio tonight. I know our Facebook viewers, we went a little early tonight, so I've got some amazing people in the studio, guys. So I'm going to give a humble and respectful welcome to returning guest, Mr. Baron Stevenson, a.k.a. Big Flossie B from the LBC. I just love saying that,
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing today?
How you doing, Floss?
Blessed, blessed.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. But could you tell us again what you said when we talked about, oh, we're so excited, it's Black History Month?
Every day is Black History Month. If you wake up black,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, let's celebrate that every day.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
I agree, I
So that's the
agree.
way I look at it.
And then we also have Lori G. Lori, what's going on with your phone, Mama Sita?
I am trying to get Queen Jean so she can hear audio.
us. Okay.
Yeah.
Queen G, where you at, girl?
You want to just call, just
I'm
want to...
here. Can you all hear me?
Yes,
Oh,
Queen.
yeah, we got you. We got you. Hey,
Can
Queen.
you hear us, Queen?
Hey, Flossie. Hey, Queen Jackie. Hey,
Hello.
Queen Lizette.
All right.
We're doing this evening. Happy Black History Month for you and I see why.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so, Tanya Michelle, what you want to say? Yeah,
I was saying that we want to just, from the Poetry Justice Show, give a prayer to all the families this weekend that was in the flight with
Most
Kobe
definitely.
Bryant and
Most
his
definitely.
daughter, and just make sure that we pray for them. Kobe was important to us, but we had families that lost their a daughter who has no mother, father, or sister, and a husband that has no wife. So we just want to send a special prayer out to the families and let them know that we're praying for them.
Absolutely, Tanya. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Any updates on what caused the crash? Is anyone kind of familiar? Dante?
They just said it was a foggy day last Sunday, if y'all remember, and they didn't have the new terrain machine or something like that, avoiding hills or something like that. But
So-
apparently the pilot was like the best pilot. Everybody flies with him, so it's just a complete accident. Tragic.
Yeah, they didn't have that warning system. It's not mandated on any other helicopter craft except like for the sheriffs and other ones like that. But on your private one, the warning system that you're too close to an object like we have in our cars, the one that be, and that's not required, or the black box is not required. So we won't be able to know what happened in the aircraft, in the helicopter. They did say that they felt like they almost cleared it 10 to 20 feet. It was only 10 to 20 feet from clearing the mountain. And then they were able to go back and do DNA testing to find out whose body it was and fingerprints. So they were able to identify all 9 passengers.
Thank you, Tanya. Appreciate that. So horrific.
It's very irreverent.
But with reality, we gotta keep moving. That's one thing we know about life. It doesn't stop, even though sometimes we want it to, but it doesn't. So we have to pull ourselves together and keep it going. Like Paul said, you wake up, you're what? You're blessed.
Blessed. Yeah.
Blessed.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Kind of gets simple sometimes,
Yes.
And then we look at, fate, and who knows why the world does what it does.
I was talking to my spiritual mom about that, and she actually said that God sometimes will sacrifice one soul to save many. And so there's been a lot of people getting together or changing their hearts or doing things differently because of this. So we'll see where it goes.
Amazing. All Alrighty, so what y'all got good going on? Anybody got anything good before I get it? Well, we gotta introduce Miss Queen Jean. We got Queen Jean from the fabulous G. Lou, but there's so much more exciting things going on. So, Queen, could you please do your introduction and let everyone know all of the awesome things you got going on?
I had to hang up for my visa because I wasn't able to hear everything.
Okay.
So I have to.
Absolutely.
You loud and clear right now.
Amen.
Yes.
Yes.
Great.
So, Queen Jean, I was just introducing you again to the show, but if you could just let our listeners know about all of your handles and the amazing things you're doing with the G. Lou show and so forth, please.
Okay, I'm Queen Jean of the G. Lou Show. I'm co-host on Westside Wednesday show, on Baptist Friday show, and also on Sunday OG Baptist Go By the show with my guy over there, Flossie. On Wednesdays and Fridays we just do interviews with underground artists and producers and so forth.
All right.
And we also now have a podcast streaming on all platforms that you podcast. So, for our listeners, if you all can go there and subscribe. We have five episodes so far. So, that was one of the missions for 2020 was to move on to bigger things. So, that's one on the checklist that we have.
Hey, Roddy Rod.
You see it, Queen Jean? We got Roddy Rod hit the scene. Roddy Rod.
That part, that part. How you doing,
Uh-oh.
man?
Good, how you doing, baby?
All right, what's up, money man? How you feeling, sir?
Queen Jean, what about the Sunday night one? Sunday night's my favorite. I'm a super
That's
duper
my
fan.
favorite.
Yo, Queen Jean, what's
Queen Jean, tell us about that Sunday night flow, Jean.
We do a lot of diet talk, Flossie like us to take our ride. When you hear that music, you be like, let's take a ride.
Yeah,
But it's getting a little too, what is it, Flossie? It's getting a little bit what?
yeah.
Let's take that.
Wait, let's take that right when we get off course. Yeah, we gotta take a ride. But yeah, tell them that it ain't just any oldies, it's real oldies, for real. Yeah, yeah, it can't be 80s on up. I don't classify that as oldies. I give you the 80s, you gotta go 80s on down.
Okay.
That's old, yeah,
Yeah, from the 50s on up.
that's right.
What'd you say, Floss? I like your slogan. You say you gotta get in traffic, like what?
Dayton's and graphics.
That part.
That's right. In Japan. That's right. That's right.
That part.
All right.
More like our relaxed day. I like to think of that as our more of a relaxed kickback day. You know, you get your personality, get your drink, and you know, listen to the oldies, go back down, get relaxed, whatever it's doing for you. But I like to consider that show for me as a kickback chill day. Guys, you know, these are those guys I love to hang out with on Sunday.
Shout out to D. Lou, Big Hank, you know what I'm saying, the rest of the crew. Yeah. I don't know about tomorrow if we're gonna be on tomorrow because of Super Bowl tomorrow, so I think G Lou's out of town. Yeah, I think G Lou's out of town. So everybody enjoy your Sunday tomorrow and behave yourself on the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Amen. So you guys know what do you know what to do? Nate, this is your show is here tonight.
That's a perfect song to segue into the topic.
You see what I'm saying? That part right there. Boom, boom, boom. What? What do we do, Bob? Boom shakalaka.
Boom, shakalaka.
Like what you got going on over there?
Boom, boom.
Technology.
She's doing some technical shit. But anyway, guys, we finna just get to it now. Okay, so boom, we about to get to it, Queen Jean. This night tonight, we are talking about the power. I'm gonna just spell it at first, and if we go there, we can. Again, this is yikes. Yikes. The power. Tell them, Karen. The power of the D-I-C-K.
Oh, wait.
Yikes. Yikes.
Yikes.
Did you see it? Did you see it, Queen Jean?
That
Gee,
part.
it was just like it just went that I didn't even know. Right.
It was just natural.
Is that the pheromone? Queen Jean, you just
I can't.
All right, I'm sweating. And you knew she was gonna call in on the show on this subject. You know she was gonna be on the topic, yeah.
I don't even know, y'all. So I'm gonna just try to get through the definition, okay? We're gonna start there, Roddy Rod.
Yes, sir.
So one of the things we pride ourselves on here on the Poetry of Justice show is giving research. Queen Jean, you know we talked about that. You always talk about we gotta do our research. And so, I'm gonna first start with the word power. The definition that we're using for it, we're gonna get two for tonight's discussion, is the ability to act or produce an effect. So the ability to act or produce an effect. Also, for the word power, Dante, we have possession of control, authority or influence over others. You have possession of the control, right? You have authority over, or you even have influence over other human beings. So, boom, power, right? So you got that influence, you controlling them, you got authority, you have all power.
That's
All
about right.
those things.
You are all those things.
All those
That's
things.
about right.
That's
Mhm.
right. Now, the next word for defining for tonight's definition is for the word penis. We're going to define.
Yikes.
What was that,
She
Jackie?
said
What
that.
was that? The S. What was that?
The F.
Penis.
Peace.
Wow. All right, Gene,
Queen Jean, let me tell you what they say it is, though, Queen. Check it out. You gonna rock with me on this one. It is a male erectile organ of copulation by which urine and semen are discharged from the body and that develops from the same embryonic mass of tissue as the clitoris. So that is going to be our definition for the word penis. Don't know if we're going to use it a whole lot, Queen Jean, but that's the definition for tonight's panel.
Well, these some educated words we use.
And then, Floss, let me tell you what we're going to do. We're just going to define the word dick.
Oh, wow.
Boom, right?
Woo.
A dick is a vulgar slang word for penis. It is also can be used as an insulting thing to call someone you do not especially like. So you'd be like, oh my God, he's being such a fucking dick. I can't believe he's being such a dick. So like for tonight's purposes, we are gonna use the word dick, Queen Jean. When you hear that word dick, where does your brain, where you at on that one? Oh my God.
Wow, I'm sweating.
I know we do Floss, I can't. Go ahead, Queen, I'm sorry.
Dang, Queen, let it go. Let it go, Queen. Move along. Let's move along. Cause she was finna go there.
Come
so,
on, Queen,
yeah.
it's too soon in the night.
It's been only 11 minutes.
I'm not gonna have a whole lot to say. I've been
Queen.
like 5 or 6 years, so.
What?
Oh, so that must really do something to you when you hear it.
That's it. Wait, I got a question on that one. So how do you stay away from the power for how long did you say?
Because everyone ain't everyone ain't powerful.
That's true.
Okay.
So I've learned how to have the mind of the matter with that. Is, sex is just mental. Sex is a mental act. So it's mind over matter for me. That's how I'm able to do it. It wasn't easy in the beginning, but as the years went by, it's just like, okay, another year, okay, another year, okay, another year, another year, another year. But when it does happen, it's going to be all matter over the mind. It's not going to be mind over matter.
Hey, we proud of you, Queen G.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
You got Roddy Ryan attention also.
You tell her that's as a matter of fact, she has my attention. 'Cause Queen is bad, man. Like Jesus, I don't know what to do. When I get around the Queen, boy, I have to tie my hands down. I know about the Queen.
Oh my you. So Queen Jean, that's just where you gonna take it with us, Queen Jean? Okay, I have to read. No, don't read. I'm not gonna read that. Don't read that. No. Okay, no. So Queen Jean. So when you think about that word, have you ever known for the DICK to have power anywhere in your journey? Did it have?
Yes, in my younger days, it definitely had power. And because I call that part of the anatomy of the man, that I call it an emotional muscle.
Mm-mm.
That's what I call it.
Wow.
Write that down.
Wow.
Hold on, Queen
I'm
Jean.
learning. I'm learning something.
That's not fucking with you, Flaw.
I'm learning.
Emotional muscle, Tanya, because I see where you going with that, Tanya Michelle.
No, I think what she said that was key to me is that, and I don't know how the panel feels about this, is that when you're younger, you think about it differently
Okay.
than when you're older. And so I agree with her, it is emotional muscle, but as you get older, you can control your emotion better because for you, it becomes mental more than, because it does have influence. The word power, when I was younger, it could really influence me to do a lot of things.
I have a definition for the word emotion. Thank you for bringing that out, Queen Jean. We have emotion is a conscious reaction, such as anger or fear, subjectively expressed as strong feeling, usually directed to a specific object or a specific person. So typically accompanied by like a psychological behavior changes in the body. So that emotion, you're gonna feel some way, you're gonna have that, some sort of reaction to it. So like Queen Jean is saying, it's an emotional.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's conscious when you're dealing with sex and stuff like that, because I don't think conscious means that you can more or less control it. I think when something has influence over you, you can't really control your emotion.
It can have an influence over us too when I think about it, because there's sometimes, I don't really want to do that thing, but, you just end up there. You just got a lot of power.
Was it
over
a
us, too.
mercy? A mercy what?
Not like a mercy, it's just influence, like the word, like it has influence
It does
over
have
your
influence.
decisions.
It does.
Same way it has influence over y'all, it has influence over us as well.
Roddy Rod.
Well, I have a friend that stays on my street, and her dad got on her about it. He says, she told him one day, she says, you got two heads, and you don't know which one to use. That wasn't a nice thing.
What's that?
She paid for that one. She paid for that one, talking about he didn't know which head he was using.
But that's a true statement, right? Because people, that's the influence. Sometimes everybody knows you might be in a situation you don't want to be in, but you're influenced by that powerful organ.
Yes.
The emotional muscle.
Emotional muscle.
My friends would call it the soul pole.
Oh! I'm done. I am
Look, she
the
give me
soul
The soul pole. Well, see, when they get to soul pole, that's where the crazy come in. Hey, that's a little joke we got amongst ourselves. Don't ever give up the soul pole because she gonna go crazy.
And don't ever let the swipe get too much white. The swipe. That's the name too. I had to find out that like the women had the Pinocho, they had the power of the P, and I figured it out. I said, wait a minute, I got the P too. So P plus P is P. So ain't nobody getting no shorts no more. I used to get them all the love, like you ain't getting none. I said, well, you ain't getting none. I'm gonna shake this thing like yicky yacky yay, that part. I'm gonna swipe this thing real quick, and I'm gonna start swinging and slanging and see how you feel about that. we haven't touched.
He acting it out.
Yes, Lord.
Oh my. Yikes radio.
Wow.
Okie dokie then. So, alrighty then. That just took an amazing turn. The soul pole. Boom. Okay, so Floss, can you recall a time when you gave up the soul pole
Mm-mm.
and a female lost control? Several.
You know what? I mean, that question is kind of. Give me another question right now, because that's kind of tender right there.
You
Right now. Give me another question right now.
You don't have to mention her name.
Okay. It ain't even that. I don't know who's listening. Hey, I don't know who's listening. You know what I'm saying?
I have a question. Is that your current situation?
Close enough. Ooh, man, that's touchy right there for me. So I can answer some other questions. Some questions I gotta leave alone. I'm just telling y'all. Pray for me.
He gonna take the fifth right now.
Yeah. Pray for me. Hey, Queen G, I need to can I take a ride on this show?
You can take a ride. Oh my God.
I need-
Look, he's like
Hey, that was right. Woo, she called me on guard with that one. Oh, I'm serious. That was.
He was like, did you read my text message?
Lord, that was.
Was you eavesdropping on my conversation, Jamie?
Oh my God.
Oh my God, I love all of you so much. Yeah,
But what I will say to that,
hilarious.
what I
Oh
will
my
say
God,
to that is,
my
men,
t-shirt.
I think that, and I've been with my husband since I was 18, right? And so, but I do think that men think that it's more powerful than what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that you sometimes think that that's the reason why people are acting up instead of you are the reason why they're acting up.
Right,
You guys kind of associate that together. And so, you know, I think we need to have a distinct line between, is she hooked to the soul pole or is she just concerned that you have treated her differently because
Now.
you didn't like the interaction or you didn't like something? Cause that happens and you know what happens.
Yeah.
And then
Well,
y'all wanna call us crazy.
See, that's what I'm just saying.
Okay, but I
Different
want-
levels of it. That soul pole is not for everybody.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
No, but what I'm
Not for
saying,
everybody.
True.
sometimes you guys feel like it's the soul pole the reason why women are acting like that, and they ain't acting like that over their soul pole. They're acting like it because maybe your behavior
behavior,
changed,
that's
or
true.
you treated them differently, or you did something differently because she gave up the whatever. You know, sometimes you're just not compatible. Once you give it up, you don't like it, and you can't tell nobody you don't like. You just back up, and she's like, I just gave you my stuff, and then you're like, oh, she did to the soul
gonna do-
pole. Ain't had nothing to do with the soul pole.
Got a question?
I have my friend Malik Spellman, everybody. Malik Spellman.
What's up, Malik?
Malik Spellman just walked in, Queen
We're gonna
Jane.
have to play some chest up in here.
Hey, that's right. But I gotta say this.
Jackie, hold on. Hey, Jackie, we gonna have to play some chest up in here.
Oh, my goodness.
That part.
That part.
Malik, boy, I'm glad you're here, because the pressure is.
I want to say
Malik
just
is
one.
in,
I want to say just one thing, real quick, Jackie. I want to say one thing.
Yes, baby.
And I know they jumped on the soul pole. Really hurt me what they said, but she did good. But that power of the P, the other P now, the coach show. I suffered dearly from that before I figured it out. I was taking candy to girls in the 7th grade and running from the door and everything, and they were just as cute and going right to the other guy. He was getting it. He was with
In
the
the
soul
7th
pole,
grade?
but I didn't know how to do it. I was buying mine, getting candy and putting money in cards and stuff and everything. And then little boy, I never forget. I went behind the house and I jumped on the girl and I hunched. I thought I did it. I didn't stick it in or nothing. I just thought I did it. I'm like. And I ran home and thought I was gonna get in trouble. I hadn't even poked yet. So that Pinocchio, until you poke, it ain't no joke.
But that's the same thing that happened now. They think they did something.
She said they did something. Hey, Jackie, can we bring Malik Spellman up to the park? 'Cause I know he's sitting here looking like, what's the subject of the show tonight?
All I know is parental discretion.
That part.
Yikes.
That part, Malik. Yeah, or Yikes Radio, that part.
He stopped.
There.
He stopped.
There.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes.
You know.
That's Gene. That's Queen Gene on the phone.
What's up, Queen? G?
Queen.
What's up, Queen? How you feel, baby? I'm all right. You know, every queen need a servant. You heard me? Shit. But I just want to talk about the power of the vagina.
Oh, he done
I
changed.
got the right one.
He done changed. It's not the P no more.
I'm just saying though, I don't know about what y'all know, but I'm just saying though, like really heavy down records, nothing more powerful on earth than pussy other than a nuclear bomb.
That part.
Well,
Let me
y'all
tell you why.
That part.
And I love you even more, especially if you got credit. Let me tell you why. Because the closest thing that any man on earth gonna get to heaven is between the legs of a black woman,
Ooh-wee.
for starts.
Oh, we.
Ooh-wee.
Oh,
So when
we.
you really get it in good,
Shaka
your
like.
feet be facing heaven. Oh, don't get me started. But see, listen, I wanted to be a gynecologist. I was called Dr. Fallopian.
You got the right one.
Yeah, there's nothing more magnificent. Turn that around one more time. Fellas, real fast. You have to do 2 hours of foreplay. Not foreplay, foreplay.
He said
Because you playing for the check. So foreplay, right? If you don't do foreplay, she gone. See these 4 fingers? Magical. Learn to magical. Foreplay, gentlemen. Stop being in a rush. And learn to listen to a woman when you're making love to her. Run that barefooted with the fruit in there in the tub and fix a meal,
Rose
massage her
petals,
feet.
rose petals.
Be right rose petals. And then make sure you acronym free. STD. But like he said, Hummaster Flex know what I'm talking about.
That part. That part.
Wow.
Okay,
Queen
Malik.
G.
Look, Queen G, you
Is she all right? Is she still there?
You know when Malik comes on, I shut down and I listen.
Well, you heard the operative word, baby.
On
Come.
any show, I shut down and I listen because he's gonna bring you some knowledge and wisdom on anything and everything that you want to talk about.
Okay.
Including your credit. This is a real child. Look. You see me do this?
That part right there. Amen. I have a question for the panel. Sure. Right, Rob.
Yes, ma'am.
Whoa. Okay, now I'm gonna go with it. Can you describe a time when you realized that your soul pole
Yeah.
could control
Right.
the pussy?
Did I ever reach a time? Did
I said,
really-
yeah, can you recall?
Do you remember
You
it?
know, like,
Oh.
when you realized, damn, I really got she strung out on the day.
Oh yeah. When there was like he was talking about the pile of credit, they was giving me the keys to the car, the keys to the condo, and everything. You know what I'm saying? The cell phones, the jewelry, and the panties. You know what I'm saying? Literally, must have when I finished. At that point, I realized, well, it's serious, do unto others. And like he say, them fingers and that foreplay, what he talking about, that's the main ingredient. And if you make it right, so they gonna come back. And so I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna probably have to leave the building like Elvis. You know what I'm saying? When I figured out I started to lay on the bed. You know how the women lay back on the bed and put their hand behind their head? I did that. And then they would put the coochie in my face, and they would see me have my ding dong in their face, and it wouldn't nothing get done unless the ding dong started to sing. Until they got that ding dong, they won't get screwed, they won't get no penetration, or nothing. And I'm undefeated ever since.
Damn.
Oh my God.
Undefeated.
Yikes. That's a yikes.
So this is a question.
Alrighty then.
How do you know it's the penis, and how do you know it's not you?
Well, because
I'm being serious, Rod. Now think about this. How do you know that they're attracted to the penis and they're not just attracted to you, and the penis just happens to come along with the package of you?
okay, I'm gonna tell you why.
I mean, why do you guys go straight to it? Got to be your
I'm
thing?
gonna tell you why. Cause like the story I told you about the girl say, Dad, you got 2 heads and you don't know which one you're using and stuff. So I started using my head. It really wasn't the penis. It was my brain. I call my brain you, and I figured out she got the same organ I got. It's just different genetically. So I say, all I'm gonna do is just like they used to do, lay back right now, and we're gonna do experiment. And whoever suck who first, whoever eat who other first, that's what time it is. The winner takes it all. And I got the coochie every time, every after.
Was that the answer?
That was my answer. That was my answer.
Final answer.
If you want.
Alrighty.
So yeah, I'm young.
Put your kids to sleep.
Oh, Lord, I thought the G. Lou show was good.
Flossie, baby, what? You got any commentary? What can you wear? Please.
I'm shaking like a minute over here. I'm shaking like Elvis over here. I'm just like, hey,
But I think
I gotta choose my words wisely.
I gotta because it's the attraction to because what we call it the meat stick. It's the attraction
I'm
to the
gonna write
meat
that
stick
down.
instead of me
Yeah.
because I be doing some extra stuff and you still put up with my extra stuff.
Yeah.
But once
That's
I
what I'm
take
talking about.
The meat once I take the meat stick out of the equation, you know, then it's all bad. You know, I can say I'm leaving, and when I leave, you know, then a couple days go by, you know, calling, bored, you know, up late. That's why it's the power of meat.
Thank you, Dante.
Really.
Queen.
Well, first and foremost, it's always the attraction of the God in you first that she see. You know, the good man in you, the quality, the way you look, the way you smell, the way you dress. But when it comes to that tube steak,
Lord Jesus.
It's like she got all
You steak.
It's like all the names now.
you know, there's something about that protruding object
Uh-oh.
that seems to stir up shit.
The protruding object.
Road construction up
You
ahead.
know, if you're a gentleman with a clean dick, your stock just went up, so it's some other
That's right.
contributing factors.
That's it.
Clean.
That's it.
And don't have
That's
a
it.
curve on it like the 110 connecting to the 105.
Stop
and,
it.
And
Oh my
see me,
goodness.
I need a rhythmically vibrant vagina.
They got me.
And
blushing
then
over here.
rhythmically vibrant vagina. I can't have no. I'm a Kama Sutra type of guy. You ever heard of Kama Sutra? I'm gonna do everything in the deck. Oh, and I don't fuck for free. I fuck for franchise. That's another one. But anyhow, that's another subject.
That's Lori.
Okay. Anyhow, there you go. Taurus the bull,
You
Sagittarius.
Power
already
of
know. You already know.
I'm Sagittarius, half man, half
Beast.
amazing.
Boom.
Have
Oh,
amazing.
Lord.
And but last but not least, there's nothing like making love to a woman that you really care about. That got some bomb ass pussy, HBC head booty ain't got.
Oh,
Thank you.
Yikesradio.com.
oh, wait.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
Yikes.
I know,
I think-
baby. I
I-
can see it in your eyes.
No,
You said that shit too subtle. You said Malik. Baby, that means you got a 650 FICO score. Malik, I counted the syllables in that number. That's a homonym. Now, what do you have to
I
say,
think
Mama?
the
Give it
thing
to him,
that we have to put on the table
Okay.
is that things are situational.
That's correct.
I mean, like you know, I just keeping it real may not want you to make love to me.
Okay.
I may like that organ simply for that.
Well,
It's not your eyes, it's not your cologne,
Right.
it's none of that.
Well, stop for a second. I didn't mean to cut your divine wisdom since we're switching vernaculars.
Uh-oh. Lord
Oh,
Jesus.
Lord.
When it comes to making love to a woman, I'm like a vampire. I get inside your mind and move shit around like furniture. That's the first thing.
It's like,
But
Another-
that's situational too.
It's not
You
situational.
gotta make sure
No.
I allow
And
you
that's-
to
and
get
that's
into my
subjective.
mind.
It's only
That's subjective.
situational until I make it occupational.
Never occupation.
Because it becomes my occupation to make sure that you're happy.
It is, but I have to allow you to engage in
But
that
I may
happiness.
not know you personally, but I know your nature as a woman, and then if I give you the right chemistry, it's gonna happen naturally, sweetie. You have no control over a real man that loves you for real. It comes out of you naturally.
Well, we're talking about two different things. For a real man that loves you, you're absolutely
That's
right.
different.
Correct.
That's different than someone that's being controlled by the P and it's just
And their
relational.
pheromones.
Hold on,
Right, and
sweetheart. First though,
pheromones.
let me make the record, let the record reflect. I've never met a pussy, and I come out the stomach. But I've never met a pussy in my life that ever was controlled by a dick. If it was, then she wouldn't have so many niggas on her phone. That's the first thing. Dick don't control females. You know what control females?
What control?
Love and respect. It's not your dick that they're interested in when they first meet you. It's the fact that their superiority as being women and wanting to be loved, and you possibly being able to cater to that is what makes them win. See, with me, you have to be a squirter to fuck with me. I have to be the worst. If you can't squirt 2.5 feet, then fuck with you.
I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with a bunch of
Listen, squirt.
shit. Attention all squirters. Facebook.com. Hey.
I would be a Facebook.
Now is that piss that you talking about a squirt?
It's all, it's all by situation.
That they say it's piss now. I don't know.
Last thing, let me say this. I'm a sapiosexual. I'm not a heterosexual.
I got you.
I'm bicoastal, not
Leave it to me.
bisexual. I'm into intellectually stimulating conversation.
Got you.
So if you really want to make me get an orgasm, then fuck with my brain.
Mind
That's what I'm
fuck. They
into.
call it mind fuck.
See, because your pussy only excites me. Your pussy only keeps me so far.
Yeah, that's right.
Because every time, you know what makes a man really attracted to a woman when he see her? Is when he catch her early in the morning and she ain't dressed up. When he catch her going to the drugstore, natural. It's not your pussy that I'm attracted to because there's too much of it out here. It's 30 pieces of pussy to one man and 15 of them might have the HIs. It's not your pussy. And most women say, well, I got a pussy, why you don't fuck me? I got the same thing. No, you don't. Your shit might be dry. Your shit might have too many miles on it.
Contaminated.
Or your
stank.
attitude might interrupt your pussy.
Oh, I agree with those things.
See me, I got a stocking fetish and a pretty feet fetish and long pretty hair. But I like a woman to know how to kiss a black man. That know how to put our hands around your neck, because when you come home as a black man, you have obligations too. And it's called the girlfriend experience. And we don't have that no more. When I come home, nobody's gonna hand you your coat, a cup of tea, have your blunts roll. How was your day, honey? I done dodged the police, the gangbangers, poverty, no jobs. I get home, my shit on the porch. Let me give you a real quick example. White man go out all day, do what he do all day, lock motherfuckers up, steal shit. He go home, his Marlboros, his Budweiser, and his favorite chair right there, he watching Gomer Pyle. My Mexican brother go out all day, work like a motherfucker, he do what he do. He come home, his Budweiser, his weed, his shit right there on the porch. A nigga leave his house, get chased by the Crips, the Bloods, the police, to ride the motherfucker, and then he get home, his shit on the porch. Because they play from the waist down. Too many black women playing from the waist down. It should be from the waist up. Your higher intellect. Your higher self and your lower self. Your perfect love is your family and your loved ones. The perfect hate is poverty and incarceration. So pussy is just something that black people didn't have nothing else to do because we was bred like animals. The black man was bred like an animal by this person. So it's not our fault. There it is there.
Jackie, you can call her on
Hey,
Somebody had to call in on that.
that's good.
Oh, they like to call back.
Oh, they'll call back. They got scared.
Yeah, but you know, I actually
Go ahead,
think
Tanya, share.
I actually think we're talking about two different things, and I think what you
I
said in
do
the
agree.
latter part of your conversation was right on.
Okay.
Right on. But I do think that sex, you know, making love or sex, whatever you want to call it, is subjective to the participants, right? And so it's how I feel. You may think that you're making me feel a certain way, and you're not.
Well, most women don't have orgasms.
Huh?
85% of the women that I've talked to don't have orgasms. Because the orgasm is not necessarily the physical act of the vagina. The orgasm can be going fast on the freeway with your bra. See, every man don't know how to cater to a woman's fantasies and needs, and most men don't bring the freak out, and that's why they got a side nigga. See, when I was in that lane,
When you bring the freak
Relationship
out of,
assistant.
no, let's get back to this. So if you bring the freak out of, does that give you some sort of control over them?
With the
That's
soul
what they're trying
No.
with the soul poke.
But
Yeah, exactly.
that's
That's what they're trying to get at.
yeah,
Does that have control?
absolutely not. Because a big man down there come with a new move, your ass ain't got no more control.
But you may have it at that moment.
No, that's what you call a participation between two people. That's not a control
No,
thing.
you said earlier that you didn't believe that women allow the penis to control them. Is that
They
what you
don't.
said?
Money controls.
But that's not true.
Some women do go crazy over
What you're
the
doing
soul
is
poke.
you're generalizing. I have a whole bunch of
Well,
friends.
wait, let me say this. Maybe I got the little dick. Maybe they ain't just went crazy over me. Let's just generalize this shit. I got the little dick. It take 2 hours to boil a weenie. You ain't finna do no. I'm not gonna control the motherfucking thing but your credit. So I don't give a fuck about that. I put the strap on or the drill. So there's some new shit in the 21st century to get past a nigga control. Because the average woman don't need you. I asked a woman once before. I said, "What do you need a man for?" She said, "Nothing. Sometimes just tell me to get a glass of water or tell me what to do. She can play with her own pussy. She get her own money, and she can do the strap on. So at the end of the day, 21st century, she don't need your dick, so ain't no more control. Because when you leave that motherfucker in the house, that strap on is the boss.
Okay. Good point. I gotta say this. I gotta say I'm like Richard Pryor too. Richard Pryor say, Richard Pryor say, if you think your woman got some bad pussy, call me over to the house. And like Steve Harvey says, he says there's 3 type of guys they have. They got the one that swing the little kids on the swing. They got the faggot guy that comes over and yeah girl and do the hair. And then they got the Mandinka nigga that come over and just like boom, boom. Beat the pussy up. Beat the pussy up.
Agree.
I think so. Some of them prison guys, so like this, maybe it's the question of the little, the big dick. I think so. I think so.
But no one's asking the ladies. So
Okay, well, let's ask the ladies. Let's ask you, ladies. Because I think you know what I think? Are you married, first of all?
I am.
Okay, then I gotta watch my mouth. I'm not doing that. Are you married, young lady?
Yes.
Oh, you both? Oh, well, that's why. Y'all family, okay, we on a different breed. Okay, y'all got this. Listen, y'all got good men at home. I didn't know that. I thought y'all
No, that has nothing to do
I
with
should have known y'all was married because both of y'all teeth white as torn.
Hey, they just like Richard Pryor too. You have to say, honey, pass the potato.
See, I didn't know that though. I didn't know y'all.
You don't ask for no pussy. You say, honey, excuse me, are we having intercourse tonight? Pass the potato.
No. What it is sometimes when you commit to a man and you've been doing it family style so long, whatever y'all do, y'all make each other happy. That's what happens. So this is foreign what I'm talking about. See, I'm an animal. I'm an animal. See, I done had over 200-300 orgies by myself.
He said by himself.
Yeah, so this shit I'm talking about to y'all is like Chinese, Mandarin or some shit. Y'all are beautiful sisters, well kept. So y'all looking at me like, what type of nigga is this?
No, but the thing about it is that women probably share information more than men. And so although
That's not true because no women are bitches, but some men are bitch ass motherfuckers. They gossip just like women.
I agree.
That's true.
Worse than women.
That part,
But
I do agree.
we talk and we experience, and I'm very, even in a marriage, I'm very open about sex and don't not keeping it the same way.
Yeah, but if he wasn't handling this business, you wouldn't be telling girl he didn't come with. You tell him the good shit. Girl, well, swinging like a motherfucker. You tell him that night when he was tired.
When you have girlfriends like this court we have here, we know the bad shit.
Are y'all sorority sisters?
No, we know the bad shit of each other. We know we know.
Between each other's personal lives, you mean?
Yeah, I'm saying you know the bad shit. 'Cause
Like
you have
what?
to be
Give us
able to-
some.
You got to be able to balance.
Tell us a little bit.
Don't give something. Don't give something.
Give me a little something.
I'm not giving you anything.
You left the bathroom door open and left the water running. Put the kids to sleep early, you jumped in the car and went to the mountains.
That's the married stuff?
Oh, that's the married shit you can pull over, baby.
Wow.
Look how they looking at me, they're like, damn, I wish I'd never got married. I didn't know they had these kind of animals out here.
You know, you can't live in California. And not know that.
That exists, huh?
My entire life.
I know, but y'all got some hell of a vernaculars. Y'all ain't missed a syllable yet. Y'all pronunciate shit. I got a hell of a marriage. Me too, marriage fucked up.
We didn't say that.
We never said that.
No, I said me too. Let me say this before I get off her show. You know what I really want?
It's another hour and 15 minutes.
Okay, but you know what I really want? You know what I like?
What?
I want a woman to fuck me like a prostitute.
Yeah.
I want one to fuck me in a dirty motel with a ceiling fan in that motherfucker in a seedy neighborhood with some fishnet stockings with the ass part grown out in the back with a hot credit card.
He said with a hot credit.
Why wouldn't that happen?
You're such
You
a
went back to the 80s. You went back to the
What's
80s.
wrong with that?
So that sounds like something that on the Real Housewives of Hawthorne did.
Or Inglewood or Compton.
You just said I'm Hawthorne.
I'm just saying.
There's no shock value.
He raised you a good
Queen
point.
Jean, Queen Jean,
He raised a good point.
Queen Jean.
You know,
He raised a good point. 'Cause
What's the
like
point?
The good girls, they don't want to do that. They not
Excuse
trying to
me?
do
What
that.
is a good
What's a
girl?
good girl?
Ooh, you knew they was
the
going.
ones that got good pussy.
Don't be a good girl.
Oh.
You
And
might not-
what
makes
good
a
pussy is
pussy
good?
good? What makes it good?
Let's define that for
Define
us.
Good credit.
I disagree with you on that. I disagree with you.
Good
I always say good credit.
Good credit.
Completely weak at the knees.
Stay in a good neighborhood, a good education, good attitude.
That makes a pussy good?
It's a whole package.
I believe that.
You do?
I believe that for the dick.
So I can have a bad pussy because I stayed in a bad neighborhood?
You can't have a
But
bad
your
pussy.
attitude is
You can
bad.
listen.
He said
Listen.
He said
Rule
I
number
gotta have a
one.
credit score,
He
I
said
gotta
you're
live in a good
intelligent.
neighborhood, I had to be educated. That
No,
makes you
No,
pussy good.
that's not what I said.
Okay,
I
tell me
said it's
again.
a package deal.
Okay.
And it's not, she said, some define good pussy. I said, it's not just the pussy, you gotta have a good attitude first and foremost, good credit.
Okay, I didn't hear
You know, some
Good
girls with
humor.
some terrible attitudes with some
Attitude
fire.
kills the pussy.
Yeah, but y'all still go for it.
Exactly.
If it's fire.
Shit, you put a wig on a pig, a nigga go for it. They don't give a fuck about what he go for. That don't mean nothing.
They won't stay with it. They won't stay with
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
You already know.
Well,
Please forgive us.
I know, right?
Pray for us, Lord. And y'all, this was my thing.
Hey.
You know, I be an old white video side.
and parental discretion advised, and
Yes.
the opinion and philosophy of us does not reflect their sponsors or their children.
That
That
part,
part,
that
that
part,
part.
that part. On the Yikes show.
All right.
Wow.
Any more questions?
Yeah, but I played the Captain Save-A-Ho a long time, and not disrespecting women, anybody else, but like, you know, like taking them to their boyfriend. I had a girl the other day, I was outside about 2 days ago, and I heard somebody screaming, ah, she just jumped right in my car. You know what I'm saying? And so my first, well, she do look kind of good, but I need to help her until I called 911. And so I called now, she said, no, don't do that to him. And then the guy came back and he said, oh, baby, you please don't put me in jail, please. And she said, I'm gonna do it. And I took her home, so I took her home. She said, well, you know, we good, thank you for everything and stuff and everything. Here's my number, everything, call me later and stuff, but I don't wanna hurt him.
Aw, bless her.
So Dick is undercover powerful too, I guess,
I
you
told
know.
you. I told you. It is. What you think?
it. I think they're both powerful.
Well, let me tell you what's
It's
more
always,
powerful.
it's subjective.
You know what's more powerful than dick, than actually the actual act of making love to a woman, is allowing a woman to be herself freely without any reservations in the bedroom.
I would agree.
You know,
But
dress
damn.
up.
Agree.
You know, she might want to put on a pamper and piss on herself.
You know what? You know what?
Freaky shit.
You know what? You start off
I'm
so
just saying,
good.
Nikki, because you know, I'm just saying,
You
though.
start off so
But I got
good.
to cover
and
all
you just-
items. You know, she might want her hair pulled and choked till she almost out.
I told
If
you.
you don't
Lori,
put your
you
face
start
in
off
the
so
You know,
good.
I'm just saying
Put
that.
a,
Oh,
If you
okay.
get into a little
I'm
face.
gonna take it to another.
You know,
I'm
you
gonna
know,
take it.
get that.
I'm gonna
get
take
that.
it to another level.
Look.
Real.
I
Oh,
don't know
yeah. I'm
where-
sorry.
which
I'm
way
gonna have
to
to
go.
take it to a level real quick.
Okay.
And I'm gonna probably have to be. Y'all gonna kick me out after this. But like what he said about that bedroom fantasy and all that stuff, I found this out. The best way to get the coochie, and all the time, and to steal it from the other brother, the guy that she loved, her husband, whatever. Get his name. Just find his name. As soon as you get her in that bed, her being herself, and her husband's name Bob, say, I want this Bob dick inside you right now. Right now. And that does it. I'm through with Bob because she
This
can't go
nigga
back.
need to cast
She
with the
can't,
Django.
she can't go back home to Bob and say, I want some of Rod dick. That's over. So I learned the two. The dick powerful, but the mind, I say the mind is more powerful than the dick. 'Cause I use that mind.
radio.
Sorry about that, man.
I'm learning something.
Check. I'm checking. I'm checking out because it's just too much. I think it's too much.
You feel the power of the beat.
Hold
The
on
power
to
of the
it.
beat.
That's the
beat
mind,
is
you know.
powerful in here.
You just ghetto raunchy with your your
Well,
story,
it's the honesty with it.
your story is just fucked up
True
out the
story.
blue.
That's
True
MC
story.
Nasty.
True story. True story.
Nasty.
True story.
He come out
I
that
get more
motherfucker
pussy
just
like this.
up.
I get more
It's
pussy
Rod,
like this.
It's like, Rod, I
Ever
feel
in my
like
life.
you need to go see a psychologist and shit. Like, you got some shit you need to talk about because you're bringing shit up that we not even talking about.
Hey, I gotta keep it on the
And then
battlefield.
this one over here,
Let's keep it on the
and this
battlefield.
one talking about a woman with diapers and shit. This in the middle of sex. Y'all just fucked up and we are not the panel for you. Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. Oh,
They
but
set the
Latanya
power.
out.
They set the
I
power.
mean, Latanya.
That ain't no power, no bitch. That's some fucking emotional intelligence that my ass ain't supposed to fuck with.
Flossie
Or
is
lack
not a part
thereof.
of none of this. I'm just
Hey,
kidding.
hey, I was getting to the part about
That was the brain.
double amputee till you cut me off.
Double
Lord, don't even ask.
I don't even, you know, a one-legged bitch can't do nothing for me. I need a double amputee. You know, at least she can't just walk to my house and fuck with me. You know,
Lord,
I understand
I
though.
cannot.
No, but for real, let me bring it back to the trap.
Oh my
Let me
God.
just read the question on the table,
Okay.
in case
Okay.
y'all forgot.
Yes, ma'am.
Jackie, can you remind the panel what the
Okay.
question on the table was?
Which one? Can you describe a time?
I think we was on question number 2 on your phone.
Only 2, and it's 6:53.
Can you describe a time, Jackie?
Okay, yeah, can you describe a time when you realized that your soul pole could control a female?
Yes or no?
Is that to Malik? Or
It's
You
his
know
time.
what?
She asked me first. It's his time
You
now.
know what? Honestly, I never came to that. Let me tell you why.
Now we talking.
Because I'm not a control freak. And I don't need a controller with my dick. I can control it with my brain and my tongue using linguistics. Oh, I just gotta go out there and see my 2020 Lamborghini outside and shit, and then you know, if that's, it all depends on where her mindset is at. The last thing a woman think about is your dick. That's the first thing. Let me tell you why.
these new hoes.
I'm looking at Malik like I had you making
I'm
that
trying to
statement.
figure
I had you
out-
making that statement.
I'm trying to come house husband clean on this.
No,
Okay, let me re-say this again. Let me say this again.
He's sick.
I personally, I had a fucked up life, but my dick had a good one.
He said, "Oh my God."
He did. I had a fucked up life. My childhood took the escalator, my daughter took the stairs. I had a good life. But I've been getting pussy since I was like 6.
Oh,
That's not.
Oh, you ruined. You ruined.
And I'm 61,
You ruined. Yeah.
okay? So pussy don't excite me like
Honestly,
that.
say you wrong.
Yeah, you know, and
Right, but we're not saying you
I
personally.
know, honey, you asking me, does dick control a
Well,
woman?
he's saying it doesn't excite him. He's had so much of it.
No, that's
that
not what I said. I need some more. Don't say that.
He's like, I need some more.
Why didn't it excite you?
Because it didn't excite me to the degree that, like a lot of these new cats,
From 6 to 61, it never,
Never
excited
excited
you.
no.
Oh, okay.
It just made me smile like a motherfucker, but I wasn't excited. You know what made me excited? Seeing my kids being born, getting out of prison, excited a nigga, paying my motherfucking rent, excited a nigga. Shit like that, getting on this radio show, excitement. Looking at 2 housewives with clean skin. Y'all be going to that Burke Williams. Y'all be going to Burke Williams, all kinds of shit. Look at their skin. Y'all smile at the same motherfucking time.
Yeah.
Y'all end each other's sentences and everything. Go bowling together and some bullshit.
Don't forget the needle point in the knitting.
He said, "Oh."
I see your gangster tattoo.
I'm done.
See, you know what's trip about me? I find
Don't
something-
always judge the book
Let
from
me
the cover you
finish.
see.
I'm not
Yeah.
judging that. Let me finish, please. I have a problem in 2020.
Do you?
No pun intended, but it seems like more married women trying to get me pussy than ever. What's going on in the house?
He said,
And this
"Wow."
just happened in 2020.
Well, it really happened in January
It started
2020.
I know it's yesterday. So it's for
But
31 days.
It's only
You have
they're called
noticed an
relationship
increase?
assistants now, Malik. Is the
They
new
are
terminology.
relationship assistants.
Relationship assistants.
There are applications
Where
that
do
are
I
being
sign up?
taken. See?
See, I was a dancing bear before. You know dancing bears?
No,
You've never heard of
absolutely
Let
not.
Me Finish?
No.
That's
He
a
said,
housewife.
he said, "Dance
What
about
makes
what?"
you think I'm a housewife? That's so
I
common.
never gave it any thought.
It is. No, it
What's
just
Dancing,
rolls off
you
the
said
bear?
the
tongue.
dancing bear?
What kind of bear?
Dancing bear.
What's a dancing bear?
You can hire one of them people. You know, you just go out and you shake your ass in front of wealthy women, and it's like a stripper.
do that?
No, it's still being
You ever
done.
heard of a dancing
Oh, I
bear?
think you
Rain,
did.
gonna
Is
make
that
rain.
what
At Disneyland.
See, you be a good dancing bear.
Shake your ass for cash.
It's an
We
an
had a
agency.
show about that.
It's an agency. Seriously, it's an agency for men. I don't do it personally. I don't.
I ain't never heard of that.
But that's really an
Have you
agency.
heard of
For
that?
fellas that's unemployed, is unlike the sperm bank. This is new shit.
He said, "I don't like
And they
this
send
song."
you out to go do parties, and you just go there, and it's all females.
The new version of Chippendale.
There you go.
Ah.
Y'all send your little 5%. No, don't. If your husband come home late tonight, he was at the Dance of the Bear. They hire you to come out and just entertain him.
Wow.
Where I sign it up at?
I
I gotta put a bear suit on.
That used to happen in March.
I gotta put a
Oh,
bear
to
suit
go to
on.
Martin.
Hire them to come out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, remember?
Wow.
But they didn't have on a bear costume. Do you wear a costume?
I dress up as a horse naturally.
He said a horse. He said a horse.
Okay.
Queen Jean, I need you to
I
come
always
over
play
here.
horse everywhere I go. I've been trying to play something else. It just be horse and donkey.
Hey, what kind of questions, what other questions you got on there?
You ready, Philosophy?
No, I'm not ready. I just see you got a lot of questions written down. I see you got some more questions written down.
I do. Okay. Ooh,
You've been
I
writing
don't
like
even
a
know if I want to
motherfucker.
ask this one. I think I should probably.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm gonna wait.
No, get it out. Get it out.
No,
Get it out. Come on,
I'm
now.
gonna
We
say
need
this one
one.
for after the break. We're
Come
gonna. This is gonna be. You really want me to tell
Yeah, I
you?
want to tell you. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so
can
I
imagine.
want to know from the panel, but we gotta take our break.
Okay, well, it's just.
How does the power of the dick relate to the pimp game?
Wow, that's
Ooh,
deep.
wait.
We're
I
gonna,
can
we're
answer
gonna
that.
let money. We're gonna let Money
That's what
Man
I'm
answer
saying.
that.
I can
See,
answer
you have
that.
to wait.
The
We're
Money
gonna
Man.
Come back.
Money Man.
Hurry up and come back. 'Cause I got
Wow.
Y'all talking about
Where did Jackie get these questions from is what I'm trying to figure out. How did she come up with these questions?
No motherfucking mind. Wait, I'm like, what the hell? You must be went down like Jackie. You had some freaky shit. She had some freaky shit.
I wasn't expecting this like that. I'm thinking the question
Fucking on your mind.
Hey, yeah. I was like, wow.